Hey, it's your book hound coming at you with another review of a book we want to howl about, as we like to say. If you like what you see here, hit subscribe below, and you'll be seeing a lot of good reviews and special offers and cool stuff coming your way every week. So today we're going to talk about The Longmire Defense by Craig Johnson. This is a Longmire Mystery. This is a series I was not familiar with, and it's kind of like Where You Been? Need to get out more. It's a big series of books. It's even a Netflix series. I don't get Netflix, so there you have it. I was being introduced to the Longmire series myself. So the character is named Walter Longmire. He is the sheriff of a rural county in Wyoming where his family has lived for generations. And it's not clear how old he is, but he's not a young man. He's got to be at least around 70 because he's a Vietnam veteran. And he's kind of a crusty old coot, or on the verge of becoming a crusty old coot. He's kind of a, charming old character. He doesn't carry a cell phone, even though he's the sheriff of a county. It seems a little hard to believe, but I think these are sort of character traits that Johnson thinks will make him endearing to us. And this book is really it's really a Western that's also like a kind of a police procedural mystery. There's a lot of Western characterization, Western environment, atmosphere. And so if you like that sort of thing about this kind of, old cowboy sheriff detective, you'll like the book. And I personally don't. I just, whatever. I'm kind of an urban person, I guess. I don't know. It didn't really ring my bell. But the mystery is interesting up to a point. You wonder what's going on. So here, sorry, I should have told you what the mystery. So the mystery at hand here is very old. It is a murder that took place in 1948, and it's something that Longmire has only heard about secondhand. Longmire's father was at the scene of the murder, or it was at the time it was written off as a hunting accident, but Longmire thinks it's a murder. And the emotional key to it is that one of the main suspects was Longmire's grandfather, who comes off as a terrible, character, a bully, sadistic bully of a man who made Longmire's life miserable at every possible turn. And I guess it was the kind of family where this boy had a lot of relationship with his grandfather, almost all of it extremely negative. So it's sort of, Longmire keeps asking himself, am I trying to find my grandfather guilty? Now, his grandfather's been dead for years, so it's like, am I trying to find my dead grandfather guilty of murder, just to like get back at him for being such a terrible human being? But it does seem like he's onto something, because even though this murder took place in 1948, it seems like there's a lot of people around who don't want Longmire to dig into this. There's something current connected to this murder, so that just makes him go further into it. And this is one thing I do like about the book. Johnson has created a very compelling character. Longmire, as in kind of Western tradition, he is a man with a sense of honor. He has a sense of purpose. He's not going to be dissuaded from getting to the truth about this case. And along the way, people who are close to him are hurt and affected, and he's pushing for the truth. Also along the way, although he's old, his much younger deputy is in love with him, and he loves her too, and he blows that relationship because he's so clueless. It's actually funny. That is endearing. It's like, whatever. I think every man can relate to being that clueless in a love relationship. The one thing that's a little odd about the book, and this may seem nitpicky, is that the dates are sort of off. Like, if this murder took place in 1948, and there are still people like the sheriff from that time are still around, they've got to be like 100 years old. And in fact, one of the characters, the coroner, who's still working from that original case, is revealed to be 99 years old. So you're like, wait a minute, how can this be happening? So I just feel like there's something, like the book was written 20 years ago or something and just published. There's something off about the dates, and it's a distraction in my mind. But anyway, if you like Western kind of stories and you like craggy, crusty old guys who have a sense of honor and solve mysteries, this could be for you. Wasn't really for me, but that's my take on it.